Hey, Evander. Last year, obviously, it was pretty scary at the one point with the wrist injury. Just where are you at physically right now with your body, and how much more confident do you feel just overall in the range of motion and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's an injury that takes probably a few years to get back to 100% in terms of the sensitivity and feeling and whatnot, but in terms of functionality, I feel great.
A year ago at this time, you guys had went coming off a conference final, but it just feels like the loss to Vegas cut a lot deeper, and there's a different focus maybe. Not that it was bad before, but it just seems a little bit different. Do you sense that, and can you explain how it's different?
Yeah, I mean, you go to the conference final the year before, and obviously you want to improve upon what you did the following year, and we get to the second round and lose, and that's not necessarily an improvement, but we understood the type of teams we were playing. You look at LA, they could have won the Stanley Cup last year. We played them in the first round. You look at Vegas, they did win the Stanley Cup. We played them in the second round. The competitiveness throughout the Western Conference is evident, and I think both teams had a clear understanding that the winner of that series could potentially be the Stanley Cup winner, and probably would be. So that was a big series that we ended up not being on the right side of, and that's happened a couple of times in my career, and it doesn't feel good.
So you played a little bit of rec hockey in Edmonton over the summer. What was that like?
I played some NHL-style hockey in the summer in Edmonton here, yeah, absolutely.
You were kind of the man about town in Edmonton this summer. You're seeing a lot of places doing a lot of things. Can you maybe speak to how you've embraced the community's embraced you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's ever since I got here, it's been that way. It's been great, and I hadn't been on the ice in a while, and a buddy of mine asked me if I wanted to come out and play for his team, and I probably wasn't even the best player on the ice, to be honest. So it was a wake-up call for me.
How did you do? Did you bang a few in, or?
Yeah, I had a few goals. I think I had 3 or 4 goals and probably a -5, so it was a good night.
The margin between winning and losing, you have a good team. You guys have shown that. Maybe in the fine details, the difference between getting over the hump or not. What are some of the fine details you think this team can zero in on and try and just squeeze every last bit out of?
Yeah, I think just maybe sacrificing 3 to 5% of maybe your offense to, ensure and be 100% instead of maybe 90% when it comes to, playing defensively and keeping the puck out of your net. At the same time, we don't want to take away from what we do offensively and the way we attack. I think that's what makes us obviously a great hockey team, and just being a little bit harder. And when you get to the playoffs and you get to play teams like Vegas in a 7-game series, every shift matters, every play matters. And I think just having some more experience in those type of settings for different guys, I think will help moving forward into this year.
Hi, Evander. How would you kind of categorize your season last year, just given all the injuries? Was there anything really to learn, or did you want to just kind of turn the page as quickly as possible this offseason?
Well, I mean, you learn things no matter how seasons go, whether they're good or bad, or you play all 82 or you play half the season due to injuries. For me, it was obviously a lot of injuries, things that I really couldn't control. And I did my best to help the team win and perform the way I could. But again, coming into this year, I feel good, feel healthy. I got off to a good start last year. Look to get off to a good start again this year.
How much more ready, I guess, for lack of a better word, do you feel now heading into the season than you did when you came back from that injury?
Oh, I mean, it's night and day. I mean, when you're getting bag skated and for a couple of months, it starts to wear on you a little bit. And, I came back really quick from the wrist injury, and then broke a bunch of ribs 2 games later. So, it was tough, but yeah, coming into the season this year, I feel good. I feel healthy. Looking forward to getting our group together and getting in some games down the stretch here and being ready for game 1 of the regular season. Hi.
Just want to ask about the maturity of the group. Like, we knew a lot of these kids coming in as kids, and now I think Nuge touched on it. These kids now have kids type thing, and it's a mature group. Everyone's going into their prime. I guess how much does that play a part of this window that you guys have open, this championship window? Do you feel you're in it, and how do you have to take advantage of it right now in these next 2, 3, 4 years?
Well, yeah, I think, you look at our lineup and where guys are at in their careers and, the experience that we have within our group. Guys are ready to win now. Guys have been ready to win. But I think every year that goes by and you have those runs in the playoffs, you can hopefully draw on some of those experiences, and those can help you when mid-April comes around for playoff hockey. At the same time, I mean, we have to understand as a group that we have to do this all over again. We have to start game 1 of 82 in October and earn our way into the playoffs, which, to be honest, is not easy. So it's going to be a marathon. They don't hand out the Stanley Cup until June, so we got to take it day by day.
Evander, a young player like Dylan Holloway, not saying his exact similar style, but there are traits between the two of you that are similar. Same with Zach Hyman. How do you work with a young guy like that who's trying to get his foot in the door? Is it a wait for him to come to me kind of thing, or do you offer advice as far as kind of like a power forward would?
Yeah, no, me and Hollywood, I'll call him Hollywood for this year. He has, we have a good relationship, and I think, he's a player that obviously has a great skill set. But, you saw spurts of it last year. He isn't afraid to play the game in a physical way. You saw him have a fight there in Seattle. I was in the press box for that and watched that. So, you see the bite that he has in his game, and I think that accompanied with his skill set could make him a really good player. I think the biggest thing for him is just maybe understanding sometimes less is more in certain situations on the ice, and using his shot to his advantage, because I think he has one of the best shots on the team.
And lastly, people always say you want to get a good start. I think everybody wants to get a good start. It's not always that easy. What do you feel are the keys to get off to a good start as a group?
Well, I think getting off to a good start is everybody performing well individually, which usually results in a collectively good effort. I think getting into that rhythm of chemistry with lines, I think having a cohesiveness with a 5-man attack and understanding our systems that we're going to be implementing, specifically in the neutral zone and the defensive zone this year, that might be a little different from the past. I think will help us get off to a good start. Beautiful. Thanks, guys.